right, hello there everyone. Welcome back to this week's beginning flute lesson. This week we're going to focus on all of the concert music that's in the practice catalog that was emailed to you guys over the weekend. So we're going to go ahead and try and run through everything, and hopefully you all are watching live, and if you have any questions about the music selections or how to practice it, you're going to post those questions in the live chat and I can answer them for you here. That's really why we do these live videos, is for your feedback. So hopefully you're taking advantage of that. Take a second now. Make sure you have access to the live chat. If you don't, go ahead and ask your parents for help. The easiest way to do that is to have them sign into their account. If you have your own YouTube account, maybe the chat is not visible for you. It's usually on the right side of the screen or just underneath the video. But go ahead and ask your parents for help to log in to the live chat. That way you can participate, and if you have questions, let us know there, or use the comment below the video if you have questions. Now, I put a link to our book songs in the description, but I'll also have the music for the full orchestra pieces, Superhero Blues and Playground Waltz. I'll add that to the description later, but it's also in that catalog. So all you have to do is click on the music from the catalog of songs that was emailed to you guys over the weekend, or just look at the screen. I'll have the music on the screen, and I'll have the backing track added to the video here shortly. But let's go ahead and do a quick little warm-up. I have here the flute part from our 6-note warm-up. We've been doing it by memory for the last few weeks, but at least I thought I'd pull it up on the screen really quickly for you guys so that we can try to memorize it really quickly. So these are the 6 notes that we use in most of our music. All of the book songs use these 6 notes. So it's really helpful to practice them as written from the lowest note, B flat, all the way up to the highest note, G. And you can add the remaining 2 notes in the scale if you want as well. If you guys know the answer to that, let me know in the comments. What are the other 2 notes of this scale? There's only 6 out of 8 notes here. And the 1st and the 8th note are actually the same, just up an octave. So I gave you one of them. There's only one other note that's missing, and you should know how to play it. We've went over it before, and it's been on other videos as well. But let's go ahead and play this warm-up here. We'll play it as half notes, just like we've been doing the last few weeks, the last few lessons. Let me break out my metronome pretty quickly here. No, that's not it. All right, and the metronome, just so you guys know, if you're new to the videos this week, is I have an extra little smart device here that I downloaded, a metronome and tuner combination app. I think it was only $4 on the store on the Google Store and the App Store. It's a very inexpensive app, but it's really powerful, and it has a great built-in tuner that gives you a smiley face when you get it right, which I like. So it also has the metronome, and I use the metronome a lot to make sure I'm playing at the right tempo. You can also, if you have a clock, wherever you are, if you have a clock that's really loud, or if you have a watch, you can put the watch next to your ear and listen to the second hand. The second hand is 1 click every second. There's 60 seconds in a minute. So that that second hand, actually beats at 60 beats per minute, right? 1 beat per second. The second hand of a clock. So if I set my metronome to that, it's the same speed as the second hand of a clock. Kathleen asks, we're going to be doing all of the concert music today, but we're going to start with what's on the screen right now, which is the 6-note warm-up. Here is our metronome. Let's go ahead and play each of these notes. Make sure they get 2 clicks on each note. Ready? First note's B flat. 1, 2, 1, 2, first note, play. Okay, and just like with every scale, every week we always talk about the scales going up and down. So I'll play this one also in reverse. Let's play it from the highest note G down to the lowest note B flat. Ready? 1, 2, high G, ready, go. Excellent. And then I asked a question at the very beginning, and hopefully I see a couple of people in the chat are coming in and out of the video. So hopefully you guys are able to fast forward to the live part of the video by clicking that live button on the video. But my question was, there are 8 notes in a scale, in a regular scale. There are 6 notes on the screen. We're missing 2 of them. Can you tell me what those 2 notes are? The 8th note of the scale is the same as the first note, just up an octave. So there's one of those 2. You can tell me what that one is. Which one is the 8th note of the scale? And then the 7th note of the scale is one that's not written there, but I think we should all know how to play it. It's very close relative to the 1st or 8th note of the scale. Let me know what you guys think it is in the comments. And let's play this scale forward and backward. Ready? As half notes. 1, 2, a 1, 2, ready, go. Awesome. Did anyone come up with the last 2 notes of the scale? You could also say your ABCs, and you'll be able to get it that way. Our musical alphabet ends, as you know, it ends on the note G. So we go A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Stop there and repeat it again on A. So our 7th note of the scale is A. It's 1 note higher than G. And since G is the last note, we go back to A at the beginning of the alphabet, say A again, and then the 8th note is the same as the first note, just up an octave, so it's high B flat. If I were to play all 8 notes of the scale, it would sound like this. Okay, so there's high A and high B flat. You guys can work on that on your own if you think you want to try it. You're going to need it next year when you advance to the advanced group, so it'd be helpful to learn that. All right, so I have here, the playground waltz. Okay, on our YouTube page, we have an instructional video for this song that you guys can watch if you want to delve into this one a bit. But right now, we're just going to attempt to run through the music and try and address any questions that you guys may have. So a couple of things about this one. It's in 3/4 time. Do you guys see the time signature at the very beginning? It's in 3/4 time. That means there are 3 quarter notes in every measure. We always count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And if anyone knows dance, like you take dance lessons or something, you may have danced the waltz, and you would recognize that a waltz is in 3, and when you dance to a waltz, you're counting the steps 1, 2, 3, or if you count to 6, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Some waltzes count to 6, and others only count to 3, but 6 is still a multiple of 3, so it's exactly the same. We have our high A in this one. So we're going to be using high A, the very first note, high A. Okay. The next note is F sharp. So watch that instructional video if you haven't already. We talk about F sharp, the third finger, so G plus the third finger. F natural is here. That's the regular F that we play in the B flat warm up. F sharp, we switch it for our third finger. Good. Regular G and then E natural, not E flat there. So this is going to be G plus two fingers, just like that. E flat is normally like this, but we're going to lift our pinky, lift our second finger or third finger on the right hand, and put down the first finger. So it's essentially like playing G plus two more. Okay, so that opening passage is A, F sharp, G, E natural. Okay, and then we just walk down. F sharp, E, D, E, and that's about it. The only other two notes that we have to play in this song are toward the end, high B natural and high C sharp. High B natural, you start with B flat, which is our thumb 1 and 1. You guys know that by now. Lift off your first finger in your right hand, that's it. So it's just pinching those two keys, and we have high B natural. Okay, if yours sounds like B flat, make sure that you're lifting this finger and that you're not touching the golf club looking key on the back. You want to touch this side key for the thumb, not that key right there. Good. And then high C sharp is probably the easiest note on the flute. You're just going to lift all of your fingers off and blow really fast. Okay. You leave the pinky on just to help you hold it. Otherwise, it's going to be really hard to hold the flute. So we hold the pinky and the thumb and the side of our hand against our face. We blow high C sharp. And that's measure 24 and 20. Sorry, just measure 24 as the high C sharp. Okay, let's give Playground Waltz a try. This giant bar at the beginning that has a 4 above it, and again over here with 8. Those are the measures that you have to count rest. So I'll show you. It's in the instructional video as well, but I'll show you really quickly how to count that. So you'll hear a click off in the beginning, and then it'll click into measure 1. You're going to count 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, and then that's measure 5. So the first number always changes to reflect what measure we're on. And then you guys at measure 5, see how there's some text here. It says play second time only. Well, it means exactly what it says. We have to wait for an entire repeat. So we're going to take measure 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 as a rest. Repeat all the way back here, and then play it the second time. So now we're playing 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Skip measure 12, go to the second ending, measure 13, and then continue on. Okay? All of this is explained a little bit more in detail in that instructional video on our YouTube page. Just go ahead and look for a playlist called Playground Waltz. Yeah, so go ahead and look for the Playground Waltz on our YouTube channel if you want to explore the instructional video. Otherwise, let's go ahead and play through this one time. If you guys have questions on the notes, let me know, and I will help you out. But let's go ahead and try from the beginning. Here it is. Listen for the count off. 2, 3, measure 5, ready, and we rest. 7, 8, 9, 10, get ready. 11, and repeat, ready. 8 measures of rest. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Ready, go. Back to measure 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now repeat back to 5. Good. And after we did the entire song, one time when we take the DS Alfine down here at the bottom, we take that back up to the segno here at the top. Oops, there's no way to just highlight that, but you see the segno, which is Italian for the sign. You go back up there, play 5 repeated, and then we end at the fine, which is in the second ending. Okay, it kind of works the same as Twinkle Twinkle Little Star in our books. You guys remember the DS Alfine. You go back up to the beginning. Well, in Twinkle, it's a DC Alfine, but you go back to the beginning and play until the end. Awesome. So for Playground Waltz, if you guys want some extra help with that, you can rewind this video once we're done here. Rewind and watch it again as many times as you want, okay? And get some practice on it. There's also, like I said a bunch of times already, there's also a instructional video that goes over each of the fingerings, shows you how to play each of the notes, and then breaks the song into smaller parts and practices them a little more in depth. Okay, so this is just a quick run through of the Playground Waltz. And now we're going to go ahead and switch over to Superhero Blues, which is a little bit easier of a tune. Where did my Superhero Blues get to? Oh, there it is. Okay, awesome. So you guys should have Superhero Blues as well. We're going to switch back over to flats and play the same 6 notes that we did at the beginning of class, the B flat, C, D, E flat, F, G, okay, with an additional A, high A, and high B flat at the end. So here's high A, and here's high B flat all the way at the end. Those are the 2 notes that we talked about at the beginning of class today, okay? The only 2 notes that you need for the majority of this song are F and G. Okay, and then there's also an instructional video for this one too. Just look on our channel for that. This one is very simple. Just listen to the recording. We've probably played this one a bunch of times at school before school's closed. So I'm confident that you guys remember playing, at least playing along to this one. The rhythm is very cool and very repetitive. A blues is kind of it's kind of like a swing song. Okay, so we have this cool rhythm. Ba 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 ba. I like to think of it like this: short, short, long, long, short, 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 long, long, short. We do that a bunch of times, and then we have a long note here, which is 6 beats long, okay? 3 beats for a dotted half note tied to another one that's 6 beats long, okay? So let me see if I can quickly change the color of this to pink. Cool, so that note, the pink note now is 6 beats long. Make sure you count to 6 on that one, okay? If you pause it, you get back to the live by clicking on, there's a live button on the screen on the actual video. I don't know if you're watching it on a device or on a computer, but it's almost the same. On the video itself, it says live, and there's a red dot. You just click next to it. If you don't see the red dot, that means you're not live, but if you do, then you're watching it live. Cool. Let's give this this rhythm a try really quickly, just to get used to it. Here we go. Listen to the rhythm in the track. Short, short, long, long, short, 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 long, long, short. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool. That's about all there is to it, you guys. When you get down to letter B, it's just a matter of counting. So you got to count 1 note and a bunch of rests, 2 notes and a bunch of rests, 3 notes and some rests, 4 notes, 4 rests, 5 notes, 3 rests, and then our favorite long note again. Let's give this one a try. Starting at the beginning, listen for the click at the beginning. You'll hear 4 clicks, and then we're right in playing the note F. Short, short, long. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. To G. Letter A. Play just one note. Rest. 2 notes. Here we go. Now 3 notes on F. 4 notes on F. Up to G, play 5. Now back to F. High A, here we go. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up to B flat. Back to A. B flat. And a rest, rest, rest. Give that song a listen to. Make sure you can line up the last measure with that, and you should be good with this one. Definitely let me know in the comments if you have any questions with the superhero blues. We are running out of time, so I want to get through the last little bit of our stuff today, which is going to be just a quick run through of our class songs like we did last time. So here is our music for Old MacDonald, and let me have the play along track for Old MacDonald here. All right, get ready to play Old MacDonald one time with the recording. 2, ready. Repeat. Nice. The next tune we have is going to be London Bridge. We're just going to go right through these as if it were the concert. This is our sort of like a dress rehearsal where we just change the page, go straight to the next song, and let's try London Bridge. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready. And don't forget that the track, the recording, you get to play this a bunch of times in the recording. We're just going to try one time through each of them. Here's Twinkle Twinkle, the last tune for our concert. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and. Excellent. All right, you guys, nice work today. Definitely keep working on these 3 tunes, Twinkle Twinkle, London Bridge, Old MacDonald, as well as Playground Waltz and Superhero Blues. That's our full concert program. So make sure you get to work on each of those songs every time you practice. Come back and watch these videos a number of times to help you prepare. And then send us your videos when you're ready for our virtual concert. All you have to do is play along with a track, exactly like I just did in this video. Have it playing. Use headphones if you have headphones. I've got a big pair of headphones like this. They fit on my head pretty nicely, although they're a little tangled right now. So get yourself a pair of headphones or in-ear buds. Those work great too, to listen to the recording while you play. All right, you guys. Well, since there are no questions, I'll see you guys next time. If you're watching and you're from Selma, make sure you join us for the intermediate class later this week. Check the schedule and come on Thursday to the intermediate group. Okay? All right, you guys, have fun. See you next